Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Elizabeth DeRoba. Hazleton police are investigating a reported shooting in the area of Alter Street and 17th Street on Tuesday. According to police, officers were called to the scene around 5 o'clock p.m. for reports of shots fired in the area. Upon arriving at the scene, officers say numerous shell casings were found in the area and a parked vehicle was found with bullet holes. Police also received a report of a gunshot victim arriving at a nearby hospital. Officials say the victim was treated for a non-life-threatening wound to his right index finger and was later released. The investigation into the incident remains ongoing. Stay tuned on WYLN News for updates. The Wilkes-Barre City Police Department is seeking to identify the individual shown on screen. According to officials, the man is a person of interest in an ongoing homicide investigation. Officials say the shooting took place on East Northampton Street in Wilkes-Barre on September 10th. Anyone with information regarding the incident is asked to contact the Wilkes-Barre City Police Department at 570-208-6775. A Weatherly man has been taken into custody after police say he stalked and assaulted a female victim at a rehabilitation/nursing facility where he worked as an employee. According to police, the victim reported that Edward Roche had stalked and assaulted her multiple times during a 4-week period. Some of the reported incidents involved Roche touching her private body parts, exposing his genitals, and pinning the victim in an elevator while in her wheelchair. Roche has been charged with abuse of a care-dependent person, indecent assault, stalking, unlawful restraint, open lewdness, and harassment, among other charges in connection with the incident. He is currently behind bars at the Carbon County Correctional Facility, where he was unable to post his $250,000 straight cash bail. Coming up on WYLN News, 3 men are arrested following a series of drug raids in the Kingston area. Plus, we get the inside scoop on an upcoming benefit concert at the Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
WYLN News brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network Express Care. Now open on the Airport Beltway in Hazel Township. Walk-in care 365 days a year for common illness and minor injuries.
My name is Abby and my work will be cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Contact Pete Kasalika for a home and auto quote today.
Did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, fresh from the farm, everyday heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, Linda Gordon, we saved her from back surgery, but then she said she had TMJ, which is pain in the jaw, can't open her mouth wide enough. Stay tuned this week to see how adjustments, laser, and then she puts heat on it, how we can help your TMJ.
Welcome back to WYLN News. 3 men are facing charges following a 2-month-long drug trafficking investigation in the Kingston area. According to officials, the investigation resulted in the execution of a series of narcotics search warrants in the early morning hours of Wednesday, September 25th. The search warrants were executed at Hilltop Apartments in Edwardsville, Jackson Street in Edwardsville, and Gardner Street in Plymouth Borough. During the raid, officers seized over 1,000 bags of fentanyl, along with distribution-sized quantities of crack cocaine, marijuana, methamphetamine, synthetic marijuana, powder cocaine, and ecstasy. Police also seized ammunition and over $15,000 in U.S. currency. 3 defendants are facing charges in connection with the raid. Wendell Freeman, Armand Hobson, and Achilles Hobson have all been charged with possession with the intent to deliver in connection with the incident. All 3 men are currently behind bars at the Luzerne County Correctional Facility and have been denied bail. Emergency crews in Hanover Township responded to a head-on crash between a school bus and a tractor-trailer Wednesday afternoon. According to officials, the crash occurred at the intersection of South Main Street and Ashley Street just before 2:30 p.m. Although the bus sustained front-end damage, school officials report that no students were injured in the crash. The students riding Bus 1 at the time of the crash had been traveling from the Hanover area junior-senior high school. The Hanover Township Police and fire departments both responded to the scene. After being evaluated by emergency personnel, the students were transported to their bus stops on another bus, while Bus 1 was towed from the scene. The Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts is hosting a benefit concert on Friday, September 27th from 7 o'clock p.m. to 10 o'clock p.m., featuring the rock tribute band Rock Royalty. The band will be performing their set that pays tribute to the great legends of rock, which spans from the 60s through the 80s. Some of the bands that will be honored during the concert include the Eagles, Heart, Fleetwood Mac, Pat Benatar, and many more. We visited the PTPA Theater in Hazleton to speak with Sherry O'Donnell, the Community Outreach Coordinator, about the event.
We are in the middle of a capital and programmatic campaign to save this beautiful, historic, gorgeous venue. And I met this band through another venue and told them my passion about the theater and what a wonderful board we have and what we're trying to do. And they said, hey, we're interested. We'd like to come up and see your venue. And we love playing theaters. I mean, they play the Majestic Theater, Mock Chunk Opera House. They have a huge following. And I'm really grateful they took an interest in our venue and are willing to help us by putting on this benefit concert.
O'Donnell also told us why this concert is so important to the theater.
Well, we want to raise awareness that we are putting on 10 main stage shows a year. We have children's programs. We have children's plays. We're basically a teaching facility. We have our own technical director, TR, who is totally amazing. Young people can learn all about the technical aspects, all about costuming, all about set design, acting, singing, dancing. We're a full-service facility, and we feel that keeping community theater here in this area will benefit the lives of everyone that lives here. And, you know, you don't have to go to New York. You can come here to see, for instance, Carole King, the musical, Beautiful, which is going to be playing in October.
We also had the chance to speak with Peter St. James, the musical director of Rock Royalty, who said that this will be the first time that the band will perform in Hazleton.
Oh yeah, we're so excited to perform here. I mean, I got to know Sherry, and she's a remarkable person. She's really, truly inspirational in everything she does. She inspired me too. And I've been a theater buff, and I played theaters pretty much since I was 18 years old. So when I walk into a theater, I feel like if I could keep this legacy alive for people to enjoy in the future, and everyone enjoy in the future, I feel like I'm being a part of something greater than myself.
For those interested in attending the concert, there is still time to purchase tickets.
So you can walk in and buy your tickets for the Rock Royalty concert. The cost is $20 a person, and that is to benefit the Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts programs. We will have light concessions, snacks available for purchase, and we do have a liquor license for the concert, so we will have a bar available.
Tickets can also be purchased online at ptpashows.org. Coming up on Berwick's News Choice, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Pittston, Part 1. Plus, we learn about the upcoming Trail of Treats event in Hazleton on Community and You. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to brooksnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's brooksnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
Like many communities of the northeastern Susquehanna Valley, what is today Pittston was originally claimed by Connecticut as part of land grants given to them by Charles II. They settled at the confluence of the Susquehanna and Lackawanna rivers around 1770 and gave their new community the name Pittstown in honor of prominent British parliamentarian William Pitt the Elder. Pitt, for whom Pittsburgh is also named, strongly supported the Americans' positions, and after the outbreak of the Revolution, he warned the British government that the colonies could not be conquered by force. This, though, was put to the test near the new community on July 3, 1778 at the Battle of Wyoming, when British forces led by Colonel John Butler, augmented by several hundred Native Americans, killed 300 American fighters. During this fight, the 24th Regiment, led by Captain Jeremiah Blanchard and Lieutenant Timothy Keyes, was defending Fort Pittston inside the boundaries of Pittstown. One day after the Battle of Wyoming, the fort's defenders were attacked by the British forces and were forced to surrender, but were granted the condition that they would not be harmed. To guarantee their safety, the native fighters in the British ranks painted black marks on the defenders' faces to identify them. The natives then burned Fort Pittston after the defenders and settlers fled, most going back to Connecticut. 2 years later, in 1780, however, Patriot forces retook the fort and managed to hold it till the end of the war. A state historic marker marks Fort Pittston's location in town today. After the Revolution, another revolution broke out around Pittston, the Anthracite Revolution. Coal was first discovered around the new community in 1775, and like many adjoining towns, coal soon became its lifeblood. And the highway for getting Pittston's coal to market was the North Branch Canal, which opened along the Susquehanna in the early 1830s. At first, the coal was mostly shipped southward down the canal, usually to Philadelphia or Baltimore. With the opening of the North Branch extension to the New York State line in 1858, however, it opened new markets in New York City and New England as well. It was 5 years prior to this when Pittston formally separated from the adjacent Pittston Township and incorporated as a borough. John Hosey was elected as the town's first mayor. Other businesses would soon sprout in the new borough as well. One prominent example was the Pittston Stove Company, which was founded in 1864. It developed many different patterns for both coal and wood-burning stoves that were adapted internationally, such as the triangular, prismatic, and duplex grates. Another popular creation was the Twin Pittston range, which was basically two stoves in one. For decades, Pittston Stove was a pillar of the town's business community, but its story came to an end on February 20th, 1950, when one of the worst fires in the history of Pittston utterly gutted the factory. The building itself was salvaged, however, and today is home to the Duchess Outlet. Nor would stoves be the only goods to bear Pittston's name during the 19th century. Evan R. Jones Stoneware made pottery under the town's name in the 1870s and 1880s. Breweries would also take root in Pittston over the years, as was the case throughout northeastern Pennsylvania. One of these was founded as the Peter Daly Brewery in 1873. By 1878, it would become the H.R. Hughes & Company Brewery. It became part of the Central Pennsylvania Brewing Company conglomerate in 1896 and operated under its umbrella for the subsequent 10 years. Joseph H. Glennon purchased the brewery in 1907 and renamed it after himself. Products brewed under his guiding hand including good old Glennon's Ale, Dutch-made beer, Glenn's Porter, and Old Mule Ale. The Joseph H. Glennon Brewery would be closed during Prohibition, but was reopened after it was repealed in 1933. It continued under various names, including the Pittston Brewing Company and Yankee Brewing Company, until it closed in 1948. A second prominent Pittston brewery got its start as the Union Brewery in 1866. George Bishop took over in 1875 and ran it for the next 9 years. By 1888, it had taken on its best-known name of the Howland King Brewery, in honor of the two men who had originally founded the Union Brewery. Its products include Perfection Beer, Howland King Ale, and Perfection Bock. Like the Glennon Brewery, Howland King would officially shut down during Prohibition, but brewing apparently continued in secret, as beer would be seized by authorities during brewery raids during the 13-year brewing hiatus. The brewery resumed operations after repeal and remained in business until 1939.
When you will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nesquebec and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
FNL Doors, your trusted overhead door supplier for over 50 years, providing quality products and services to Eastern PA and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry garage doors from leading manufacturers in the industry like Rayner. They guarantee parts and service for your home or business, from new construction to replacement doors, inspections, and service calls. FNL Doors stands behind every job, taking pride in the work they do. Call 800-344-DOOR or visit FNL Doors online at fldoors.com or visit their showrooms in Hazel Township or Schuylkill Haven. It's high school football time on Wyln TV 35. Check out the game of the week and join Marty Burns, Joe DeMelfi, and the entire Wyln sports team as they bring live high school football to you. Watch over the air in Hazleton at 35.1, Berwick at 47.1, or Williamsport at 9.1, or Service Electric Cable, Channel 7 or 507, or online. The game of the week is brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in sports medicine.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Welcome back to Community and You. Today I'm joined by the director of the Hazleton Parks and Recreation, Ali McKittrick. Ali, how's it going today?
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Always great to have you on.
Thank you.
So today what we're talking here today about is the upcoming Hazleton Trail of Treats. So this is a multiple year ongoing event that we've had. This year it's taking place on Sunday, October 27th at 1 p.m. at City View Park. And Ali, could you tell us more about this event?
Oh my gosh. I mean, this is very rapidly becoming one of my favorite events of the year. It really is just, everything about it is fun. There's a lot of excitement building up to it. I've already seen a lot of excitement from the community about this event. But it's just a great, if you have kids or grandkids or something like that, it's just the perfect time for families to come together. You can dress up, it's early in the day, it's only a 2-hour event. And you know, kids can get their treats right away, and you know, you get to meet some of the business members out there and just meet different people out in the community and you know, that kind of thing. But it's really fun. Trail of Treats at City View Park is the place to be.
It definitely is the place to be. It's lots of fun for everyone. Definitely for families who have younger kids, they definitely do have a really great time at this event. Just a lot of fun, just grabbing treats, going down the trail, just interacting with the community in such a fun and engaging way like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know you just mentioned how the participants interact with the different businesses of the Hazleton community.
Yeah.
So for those who are interested, like who have businesses here in the Hazleton community that would want to take part in the Trail of Treats, how would they go about doing that?
Absolutely. So it's always open to different booths, is what we call them. But people are able to set up along the trail, and it really is a beneficial way to just get yourself out in the community there. But what you would do is just reach out to me. You can send me an email. amckitrick@cityofhazelton.org, and let me know that you're interested in being a part of it, and I'll put you down. So we're looking for booth people right now, and also for sponsors. So sometimes people want to be a part of it, they want to support it in some way, but they can't, take the time to actually set up a booth and that kind of thing. And so they might send us a sponsorship, which is also helpful. And those things are, of course, advertised on the trail and on social media, that type of thing. But it really, it does take a community to come together, put something like this together for the community. So it's just kind of, I don't know, it's a nice way for both people, I guess you could say.
Absolutely, always a great way to find ways for the community to engage with the people of Hazleton in that way.
Exactly,
So
like both back and forth.
Right.
It really is good for both for all the community, I should say.
Absolutely. I know earlier before we were talking about kind of like, where are we projecting to see how many people will attend this year's Trail of Treats, and you're estimating that it could be the biggest Trail of Treats that you guys have had so far. So.
I really am. I mean, every year it's growing. Last year we had close to 50. Well, we did have 50 booths. This year we have a unique surprise at the end of the trail that I'm really excited about. That we're still building together and that kind of thing. So we'll be letting the community know in a few weeks on that one. But yeah, I mean, it's been growing every single year. I think when people participate and they enjoy themselves, they just want to come back the following year. And as long as your kids are within that age, and it really could be all the way up to teenagers, as long as your kids are cool enough, like want to come. But from little kids to teenagers, and everybody could dress up. So it really does make a good, long-lasting memory for people. So.
Absolutely, and as you said, with this event taking place earlier in the day, it is definitely a safe event for parents and families who want their kids to have a fun Halloween event like this, but also to keep that safety in mind as well. So it's great that we have something like this for that.
Yeah, absolutely. That really is, to me, that's a nice benefit. I know, when my kids were little, it was always dark out, and you always had a little bit like, okay, when are they coming home or something like that. But this time you're there with them. It's a very short event, but very impactful event, and fun and memorable. So I think it really is just, it's like I said, it's just one of the most fun events of the year for me.
Yeah,
so.
Definitely a very fun event to look forward to as we approach the end of this year. And is there anything else that you want to share with us, Allie, about the Trail of Treats?
Let's see. Well, I mean, I think one thing to keep in mind is to come early, because the event is from 1 to 3, but if you show up a little bit earlier, you'll get a nice parking spot. You'll be able to, you get in line. Sometimes, I don't want to say you get the best candy, but you get some, make sure that you get the candy that you're wanting. I would say get there early. That's probably the shortest way of saying it.
Definitely arrive at this event early. And once again, the Trail of Treats will be taking place on Sunday, October 27th at 1 p.m. here in City View Park in Hazleton. And as always, I want to thank Allie Kittrick for joining us here on Community New. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, Joe.